All right, welcome back to another case race and unboxing, and then in the race, most importantly. Today we have the 2024 N case. We have a little bit of mess here in my studio, but we're gonna roll with it anyways. We have new track layout for this case. It is just a down and back, 6-lane into the merge around a big 180. I'll be in the middle of it, and then it'll travel back down there to the finish line where we will end. Let's go ahead and open up the case, and then we'll go from there. All right, we're not gonna dump it on our heads this time. If you did not see me dump the whole entire case on my head, check out the link up top. And I'll link that video so you can see how I literally just dumped the whole entire Hot Wheels case over my head. All right, we're gonna get these cars out of this box. We'll fast forward just a little bit here, get these cars out of here. We'll open them up out of their packages, throw all the packaging away. And then here, folks, is your look at the groupings going into round number 1. We have a 6-car matchup. There's 8 groups of 6. In this first round, 2 cars from each group move on to the next round if they can stay alive. As we pan by these cars, I want you to pick your favorite car and drop it in the comments and root for that car, and hopefully it wins. There's an Audi in the close lane. That Diora looking good, but he gets past by that 64 Chevelle. 64 Chevelle rolls over, and I think he holds onto it and crosses the finish line for second place and moves on. That Audi takes first place in reverse and moves on as well. Diora Ford GT race, and I didn't see what was in last place sliding in there, but doesn't matter. The Audi and the Chevelle will move on in this group. 2 licensed cars, that's what we like to see here. Now we have a group of fantasy cars, but we do have the treasure hunt at the end. The DeLorean. The DeLorean spinning backwards. He's looking good, and the DeLorean moves on along with the Studebaker. We'll slow it down for you. The helicopter did not move anywhere. We have a hovercraft that did pretty dang good, but did not have enough to pass that Studebaker that was blocking the cars the whole entire way. Those 2 move on, and we'll rack it back up for group number 3 and see who's gonna win it. And now we have 4 licensed cars up there. Licensed cars doing the work this time around. We have an R33 Skyline, the Donut Drifter. Donut Drifter takes the win, and I don't know who got second. I was so excited about the Donut winning. Looks like the Skyline and the Heavy Hitcher right side by side, but the Heavy Hitcher takes the win and moves on. And 2 fantasy cars join the ranks there on the leaderboard. Who do we have in the next group? We shall find out right now. Were any of these cars your picks? We have an off-road Porsche Rally right there, but the 180 SX drifts. Did you guys see that drift in that 180? Watch that blue car in the spot number 5. The Rapid Response, the Rapid Pulse, they're in second. That drift was amazing. He comes in first place. The Rapid Pulse comes in second place, followed by the Hot Wheels 4-track there. But that car, the 4-track, and the other ones will go home. Rapid Pulse and the 180 SX move on. And the next group is out of there. The GR86 out front and the Ford Transit right behind. The Ford Transit holds off that Civic and takes the win. What a battle there between that Ford Custom Transit and that Honda Civic. Little guy. It's good to see those little cars, those short wheelbases and those short tires, small tires, do good on this track. How are you liking this down and back track? Would you like to see this one again? The big banked turn. This is actually one of the turns that we used in the Big O during one of its iterations when we were trying to get the track dialed in. Now it is just sitting here and being used for case races. We got a Viper and a Corvette moving on in this group. The keychain doesn't move. Actually, it does move, just very slowly. Got a little bit of drift action there, but the Viper takes it, followed by the Stingray Corvette. The rest of those cars go home. I was rooting for that Max Steel. I really wanted this Max Steel to win something. Hey, the Viper's backwards. Spin that sucker around. All right, we got the next group. They're out of there. Who's going to take it in this race? We have the Batmobile out front, the Revenger, and the BMW coming. Whoa, what a close finish between the BMW, which I love that casting and I love that color here in this case. But the Batmobile takes the win, followed by the Revenger by a half of a car. But the BMW passes them in the next turn, but that does not matter. That checkered line is the finish. The front of that checkered line is the finish. And the Batmobile will move on. And the Revenger, which I actually like the Revenger for a fantasy car. It's pretty sweet looking. We have the small block. We have the non-Super Treasure Hunt Solero GT. And a Porsche. Where did that little Porsche come from? That's the recolor. We saw the gray one earlier this year. Porsche takes second place. The small block taking first and moving on. That's a really cool casting. I hope that one does well as well. Also, too. Porsche moving on, and the small block. That rounds up our first round. We have 16 cars moving into round 2. This one, we have groups of 4, folks, and 2 move on. The Audi out front, and then the DeLorean, I think, just gets beat at the last second. Dang it, Treasure Hunt DeLorean. You got beat by the truck. I think we'll slow it down for you. Right there, you see the Studebaker pass the last second. The Audi will move on. The Studebaker will move on as well. That little Audi Quattro proven to be a fast machine. Will he have enough to take the whole thing? The 180 SX in the closing, the Rapid Pulse, the Donut Drifter, and the Heavy Hitcher. Down they go. The 180 SX wins it. And who gets second? I blinked, and I could not see. It looks like the Rapid Pulse is going to take it because did the Rapid Pulse hold out? The Rapid Pulse holds out and takes second place and moves on with the 180 SX. I personally love that 180. I love the tires, the wheels on it. Tires are plastic. Wheels are plastic too. The whole car is plastic, except for the body. It's die cast. All right, enough about that car. You get a Viper, a Corvette, a GR86, and a Ford. The GR86 and the Ford Transit take the win, knocking out the Stingray Corvette, and that Viper that lost its top. But it does a cool drift. Does he save it? No, Viper didn't save it. It was almost gonna be a cool drift. There in the background, you see our other track, which is on rollers and slides around this room on purpose for this reason. That GR86 just fell out of my hand. I'm sorry. It didn't bend an axle, confirmed. We have the small block, the Porsche 914, the Batmobile, and the Revenger. Which two are going to take it? It looks like the Revenger and the Batmobile are out front. The Revenger and the Batmobile, the frontmobile. It's the Batmobile. Vampire Batmobile takes the win. He puts his thrusters on right there and takes the win. The Revenger moving on, 2 fantasy cars, knocking out the small block and that small Porsche. If you have that casting, that Porsche casting, it is actually extremely small in size overall. Straight into the next round we go, and folks, this time it's groups of 4 and 3 cars move on. Only 1 car gets eliminated. And in this race, that Audi Quattro takes it, that 180 SX takes it, and that Rapid Pulse takes the 3rd spot. Studebaker does not make it across the finish line. He will go home. This is 8 cars getting down to 6 cars for a 6-car final. We have the 180 SX with the Audi Quattro and the Rapid Pulse, 2 licensed cars, 1 fantasy car. Who's going to win it? The Ford Transit, the GR86, the Revenger, and the Batmobile. The GR86 and the Batmobile take it. And then the GR86 gets smashed by the Batmobile. But probably not as hard as his hit was when I dropped him from the case. But it looks like it's not slowing him down. He just put up some speed right there and moves on with the Revenger and the Batmobile. We got a 180 SX, an Audi Quattro, Rapid Pulse, Revenger, Batmobile, and a GR86. Who's going to take it? The finals format is this. 6 cars race. If you win, to win it all, you have to win 2 races. The 180 SX just won his first race. If he wins the next race, he's the winner of it all. But who knows what's going to happen? That Audi is fast, that Batmobile is fast, and we just don't know what's going to happen. But one race for that 180 SX, they'll head back to the starting line and randomize the order, and they'll be out of there again for race number 2 in this nail-biting finals. The Audi out front this time early, spinning around backwards and taking the win, followed by the GR86, but it does not matter that GR86. Second place is as good as last place in this. Only first place matters, and that Audi, 87 Audi Quattro in beautiful black, takes this one and doesn't move on. There's no moving on here. He gets 1 point. Now it's one win for the 180SX, 1 win for the Audi. Who's going to take it right here? The 180SX out early. A smooth run, an extremely smooth run. He gets smashed at the finish line. And folks, if the judges say that was a clean run, he will be crowned the winner of the N-Case race 2024. Man, that was a hard hit. And that is confirmed. The winner of the 2024 N-Case is the Nissan 180SX. If you picked that car, let me know in the comments. I think some people probably picked that car.